everyone. So I know when we all did the owls, the kinetic energy theory stuff, it's really confusing. I was confused too, but I think a lot of it, looking back on it, is about the inverse and direct relationships between pressure, temperature, and volume. So I thought I would kind of go over that again. One thing is to remember is, so temperature is, I'll write it all out. Temperature is the measure of kinetic energy, i.e. how fast the particles are moving. So I think that's the key thing to remember is kinetic energy is how fast particles are moving, and temperature is a measure of that. Another thing to remember is the relationships between pressure, volume, temperature. So pressure and volume are inversely, that's not at all what that word is. Oh, now I want to erase. Whoops, are inversely related. So that means related. So that means when pressure goes down, volume goes up. So because think about it. Say you have a box and you have all these gas particles in it. If you make the box, if you increase the amount, or if the amount of times the particles are hitting the wall has gone down, that means there's more particles in the box, preventing the other particles from hitting the wall. So pressure and volume are inversely related. Pressure and temperature are directly, my handwriting is very bad tonight, directly related. So that means when pressure increases, temperature increases. And that also makes sense. Again, remember our box, say we have these particles in here. The faster they're moving, that's temperature, the more times they're going to be running into this size of our container with more force. So that's why our pressure is going to go up. Maybe not with more force. They're going to run into it more. What other comment? Oh, if you have volume and temperature, those are directly related. Whoa. I promise I know how to spell. Related. And you know what that means already. But again, think about it. If the molecules are moving slower, that means there's less of them that's going to make less of them, as opposed to they're moving faster. I'm just going to draw some dots. And that goes along with our laws too. Oh my goodness. Laws too. Because, the pressure and volume one is this, multiplying. This one is dividing. This one's also dividing. I don't remember if that one exists. That one has to exist. Anyway, so I think those questions are getting you to think about how these are related, and also the speeds at which they move. We were doing Kahoot today, and there's a question along the lines of like, if your temperature has you start with some temperature and it decreases, what happened to the number of moles in there? Well, none of your moles got out because you didn't let them out. the same amounts in there, they're now just moving, if the temperature decreased, they're now moving at a slower rate. Their kinetic energy is slower. I think that's what those owls were asking. I really just guessed. But I think it's based on this directly and inversely related stuff. That makes sense. If it doesn't, I can try and explain it again some other way. It probably won't make much sense no matter how I explain it. But that was my best chance. Try. I'm running out of words. Okay, I'm gonna end this here. Hope this somewhat helped. Yes. Okay. Good luck.